Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. So for today's video I am going to be doing my September wrap up and my October TBR. And I am trying to include it in one video because my October TBR is not really huge, but my September wrap up is. So I'm trying to make this short as possible. So let's jump right into it.
I feel like a kitchen lady with this thing on.
One of the books I completed in September was Teasing by Amanda Machel. I'm pretty sure you pronounce it. I'm not quite sure actually. So we follow a character called Sarah. Sarah and her best friend Brielle has been bullying a girl called Emma a lot because she stole Sarah's boyfriend. It ends with that Emma, she commits suicide, and Sarah and Brielle are kind of getting blamed for that. And we follow Sarah dealing with this, being basically hated by everyone because people think that she was so mean to Emma and she's the reason why she committed suicide in the end. It was different than I thought. I was actually expecting that we would follow Emma's perspective, the girl that actually committed suicide. I would love to hear more about her thoughts actually as well in this. It would be maybe kind of cool if we could kind of hear Sarah's perspective and then Emma's perspective. Maybe that's the reason why I didn't give it 5 stars, I don't know, but I did really overall enjoy this and it was kind of a different book, so yeah. The next book that I read in September it's kind of a funny story by Ned Vicini. I rated this 5 out of 5 stars. I am so happy that I finally picked this up and read it because it was really good. It's about a character called Greg. He's like, what is he, 15 or something? He deals with a depression and is just kind of sad and he doesn't really want to live anymore, and he kind of plans his own suicide, but then he instead gets registered at a mental hospital where he meets all kind of different people and also a girl and stuff like that, and I will not say anymore. So, but it's a good story. There's probably building construction work outside, and because my door is open and the window is open, maybe you can hear some. Maybe I should just close the door. I think wait a minute. The next book that I read in the month of September was When Breath Becomes Air by an author's names I can still not pronounce, Paul Calenti or something. I was sent this from a publisher here in Denmark so I could make a review, and I loved this book. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. Well, I had kind of a love or hate relationship because I did really enjoy it, but it was such a sad subject, so I just wanted it to be over really quickly. So this book, we are dealing, first of all, it's a non-fiction book. It's real, guys. Stuff that happened in this book is real. Paul, he's a doctor. He's a neurosurgeon, and he treats patients every single day, and then he ends up with terminal cancer himself. And this is the story how he's dealing with that, except in the fact that he's gonna die soon and a lot of stuff. It was just hard to read about. It was really hard. It broke my heart to read this, but I did really like it. The next book that I read in the month of September, and I'm so proud of myself that I finally managed to pick this book up actually, was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. So recently Empire Storms came out and I was still like, I still only own Throne of Glass. I have ordered all of the other books though now, and I was kind of like, okay Sophie, you're kind of far behind, maybe you should just start to pick it up. And I did, and I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. This was so good. I think we all know what Throne of Glass is about, right? Don't we? Well, basically, if you don't, we follow a character called Selena, and she's an assassin, and she is in this competition to be the king's champion, and she is basically competing with other people. And there's a prince as well, a cute prince, and stuff is happening, and who's winning, who's dying, blah blah blah. It's really interesting, and the way that it ends just makes you want to read more. So I hope Crown of Midnight will arrive soon because I really want to read it. The next book that I read in the month was 838 Days in Hell. This is a Danish book, and this is about these two people right here called, what are they even called? Eddie and Søren, which is a pretty Danish name. They have been taken as hostages by pirates in Somalia, and they are explaining how they survived, the torture they went through. I rated this 3.5 out of 5 stars, I believe. I really did like it actually. So, but there was just a few things I thought there was missing, but yeah, it was still good. The next book that I completed is A Prayer Before Dawn by Billy Moore. I rated this 3 out of 5 stars as well. We follow Billy Moore, that is, he's kind of a bit of a criminal, and he's born and raised in England, and then after some time being in and out of prison, he decides to move to Thailand. And there, he also gets in prison, and we follow his experience being in Thailand's toughest prison. And it's actually really interesting. The next book that I read was If I Stay by Gil Foreman. I rated this 4 out of 5 stars. I did really enjoy it, and I really do like the author's writing style. Actually, we follow a character called Mia. She has been in an accident, and she is still unconscious. She is in a coma at a hospital, but it's not really a ghost, but I can't really explain what it is, but she's like, it's kind of like Mia's walking around, but it's not really her because she's still unconscious and is in bed. She's walking around, thinking about her life, thinking about what's happened, seeing how her family and boyfriend reacts to everything. It's kind of a sad story. I did not cry though. I've heard people cry through this book. I didn't, but I like it. I also finished this bad boy, which is Clockwork Princess, which is the third and final book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. I rated this 5 out of 5 stars. This is my favorite trilogy. Like, I love this so much. Like, ouch. You have no idea. I have decided not really to say what this is about, because I feel like if I say what this is about, I will spoil something from the other books. So I'm just gonna shush, but just generally read the Infernal Devices because it's amazing. Then I also read 2 graphic novels, and it's been a while since I read graphic novels, so I'm excited. The first one I read was this one called something I still cannot pronounce, Persepolis or something, by Mary Jane Set Rapi. I feel like I'm kind of struggling with these authors' names. It was really good. She has been born and raised in Iran, and we kind of follow how everything is going for her through her whole childhood. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of hard to explain what it's about, but I really enjoyed it, and I think I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. Last, a graphic novel, and the last book that I completed in the month of September was Volume 1 of Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. So this has a weird plot in my opinion. Basically, we follow these 2 characters that whenever they have sex, time stops and they commit crimes. So it's a weird plot, but it actually is quite fun to read about if you can deal with people having sex in a graphic novel, obviously. But I liked it, and I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. Now for my October TBR, I don't have a lot of books, so I'll just get right into it. So I do actually want to finish 2 graphic novels, and the first one is the 2nd volume of the Persepolis or something. I'm not quite sure what this is about. Can't even really pronounce the title because it's in Danish, but I think it'll be good because the first one was good, so yeah. Then I also want to complete American Born Chinese. So when I read it, I don't know why, but I think it's so funny to read about, but I really like it so far because I've started it, if you can see that, so I want to finish this in October. Then October, it's Halloween, everything is a bit scary, so I do want to pick up some more like thriller, horror story, but I do actually just started one that has nothing to do with that, but just a book that I've been wanting to read for such a long time, and that is Forjinsol, and I've heard some really good things about this actually, and this is just a collection of a lot of short stories, and that's like all I know, and I'm only like 16 pages in so far, but I really like it so far, so yeah. Then I also want to read Naomi's Room by Jonathan Ackcliffe. This is a horror story. I don't know what it's about because it was mainly a cover by, because, you know, I like the house, I like the forest, the lighting, and the girls, so I'm not quite sure what this is about, but from what I have read, it sounds interesting. Then I also really want to read The Hiding Place by Jared Burley. So it says up here that it's a wonderful psychological thriller. The only thing I know is I'm pretty sure we follow a doctor that is working at a psychiatric hospital or something. That's what I've heard. It sounds like something I would love. So I just want to read this soon. And the last book I want to read I actually picked up today because I've been wanting it for such a long time, and that is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. We all know Frankenstein, don't we? I think so. This is a classic, and I know, I would just really wanted to read it. Those were the books that I read in September, and hopefully these are the books I will get to in October. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! My parents just got home.